Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have a journal set up for my patron Noel, and she chose this Luminous Garden notebook from Notebook Therapy, and she requested a kind of beachy California vibe spread with perhaps a window in it. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at some stickers and take a look at her notebook and create something fun. So first, let's open this one up. All right, so this is very cute. It has two types of foil on it. There's a gold and a green, and neither of them are like super bright. They're a little muted, and there's stuff all the way onto the back too. And then these pages, oh my gosh, they are not foiled on the edges, but they are that kind of tan color that match the tan of this front page. And then inside it goes into the white dot grid. That is super cool. Okay, anyways, let's move on and take a look at some stickers. Okay, so she lives in California, I think, somewhere along a beach. And she wanted the beachy vibe. So I went through all my stickers, looked at Happy Planner, looked at Plannything, looked at Aesthetic Plans and Keleva Plan and all the places. And I found 3 sticker books that I think will kind of go together. So we have Shell Yeah, and I've used quite a bit of it, but I thought some of these boxes would be really nice. I thought some of these little icons would be really nice with like the coral and stuff like that. And then these may not be quite long enough, but we have 3 of them, so we could make some wavy Dutch doors using the waves. And then we have just a few shells, but the shells would look really nice. All right, and then I have 2 summer sticker books from Live Love Posh. Well, this one's the seasonal love, so I'm looking for the very last theme, the June theme. It starts here with these beachy girls, and so we've got them, and then a theme that kind of coordinates slightly different color tones. Like these are bright pink, these are more muted pink, but I think they will work well together. So I think we could do something fun with this. I just need to figure out what kind of window we would make, because I don't know if we should make like a window that's a window, like, you know, like in your house you have a window, or just a window that's like got all the florals around it and looks really cute and looks onto a beach scene. So I have to decide, because we have a lot of florals. We could easily make a really fun window. The other thing is there's some cool scrapbook papers in this one. Like that is some cool sand and beach stuff. So need to think about all of that. I also grabbed 2 tapes. I thought the blue kind of went well with all the blues, and this pink really goes well, especially with the pinks over here and these ones. So I thought those might be good. So first, I suppose I need to figure out what kind of window we're going to put in here. So when starting a journal, this page is always attached differently than the other pages because it's the very first page. So I skip that one. This can be a single page to use either as like a cover page or your very first journaling page, things like that. I don't start Dutch doors until this page just because of that little binding thing. And that's the same in any notebook company, whether you're using Happy Planner, Live Love Posh, Archer and Olive, Notebook Therapy, all of them. This front one has to be, you know, attached. So it sticks up a little differently. Okay. So thinking through our various scenes. Oh, look at this coral. We could do a whole coral one, maybe. Let's see. We might have enough for a whole coral one. We have some nice gold. Oh, and then we have all this extra stuff. Yeah, we could totally do like we could totally do one that's coral. We could do skinny little ones too. But I would want to get the window in the front if we're going to do a window, unless, thinking through, what if we did it from the center? How would that work? And then we have a window. And then it goes out from each side, so the window's in the middle. Do we want to do that? I want to play with that before I do it for a patron. We're going to do a window at the front, so we need to figure out our window before we can do anything else. Okay. So just looking at the colors here really quickly. If only I had more of these. I used a bunch of these for a epoxy resin project. And used up all those stickers. Okay, so our window will be made with these florals. Do I have enough florals though? We could put some leaves in too in these little florals. Okay, I just want to make sure that I have enough similar options to go around the whole window. Okay, so we have 2 of each of these. And we have 2 of each of these. Okay, we are fine if we only do 1 of each page. I'm going to start by grabbing the smaller ones. And now these are not symmetrical. They are decently close in that there's a leaf poking out that way and a leaf poking out that way. So they're not going to be horribly off, but as always, the back side is not going to be a perfect fit. And you have to work it out and do your best. But that's okay. You know what? I think just with these little florals here, the smaller ones, we might have enough to make our window. So let's just see. I'm just making a little sticker tray on my hand because why not? Oh, look at these shells. Should we put some shells in it too? Okay. I'm going to put them down here. I just want to have them up so I can easily place them as we do this and think about it. Okay. So if I have all those, I could also take this, but cut the blue shell so that it can be placed away from the rest of the shells, so it's just kind of not all in one place. Okay, so we are going to make a circle first and then have a scene on both sides, which will take away some journaling space. But we should have plenty of Dutch doors, so still plenty of journaling space in there. Okay, we're just going for it. We're going to see what happens. I don't really know what's happening yet. And we're just going to try to make like a little window. It's not going to be too big because I do want some space over here for some Dutch doors. So we are going to be, this one has more colors on it. You're going to be bringing it in like that and making sure it's not too big. I don't even think we're going to use the shells because we're already running out of space on this little circle. So right there, let's use the yellow. Okay. So I have a few other things next to me now, and that's okay. For this first one, what do I want going this way? We could just go ahead and get started and use one of these wavies, either the blue or the pink. I think the pink if we do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So this makes it easier too because we have 3 of them, but we're only going to end up using 2 of them because I'm not going to use all of it. There's stuff stuck to my gyro cut. All right, fix that. Trim that. And then try to get this lined up so it kind of follows the same spacing as down there. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put that piece there. All right, so we can go ahead and cut out this Dutch door and cut out the window. I'm gonna cut out the window first. So again, the back side of this window is not going to be perfect. It never is unless you're using symmetrical stickers or stickers specifically designed for Dutch doors, but we can do a pretty close approximation of it and it'll look great. Okay. As always, everything that I'm using, the brands that I mentioned and stuff are linked below. Some of them are affiliate links and may have affiliate codes that give you discounts as well. So take a look if there's anything that piqued your interest because you may save some. All right, not every brand does that though. Okay. And there is our little window. That's so cute. Okay, so this is going to be very beachy. Let's get the back side here done and we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna take the sticker that we had for each of them and see if it fits, and then if it doesn't, figure out other options. So that works pretty well. I'm just going to have it going like this, and you can see there's just a tiny little gap there. That's okay. All right, we have that floral. I'll go this way. If it works like that. Okay, yeah, that works. Look at that. Okay, then this one's the one with the yellow. So let's just see. I'm having trouble thinking that through right now. Okay, that one's not fitting as well. We could do it like this and trim off some of the leaf, but we also could see what else we can fit. So let's just put it down and move on to the next stuff and then decide. Okay, so this one will work like that. A little bit went over the other leaf. Not a ton, but you know, I think we could get some of that leaf back. There, that looks a little better. Okay, next up is this flower. I don't know that this one's gonna work. Oh, actually it does. It's just instead of having this one here, we want a little something there. What if we put in... Let's wait and see. We need to fit something here. We're going to be making our own little thing here, I think. Let's see. Let's put that like this. And this one right here, it does leave that little gap right there, but it fills the rest of it pretty well. And again, a little bit, because these are paper stickers, I want to pick up any excess that's covering over the other image. It's one reason why I do prefer clear stickers typically, but we make do and paper stickers are still great. Okay, this one we're going to put here. And then that, we need something little. I think we had a few flowers left over here. Didn't? Oh, they're sitting over here. Found them. Just get this one in as well, right here. And then again, trim a tiny little bit, just to make it perfect. Okay. Now, this, we just need to fit it to the shape that we've already trimmed. So we may lose excess tape from this. It may not be like the most efficient use of tape, but it's fine. Okay. I love the shell boxes. They're pretty fun. Okay. Let's just try flipping it. It was pretty close, but I'm just going to try flipping it just to see if there's any difference. Oh, that's even better. Okay, yeah. Tiny bit of difference on the tapes. All right, and this is our first Dutch door with the window. And now, because I do want to get a few good Dutch doors in, I want to get some smaller Dutch doors with all of this stuff in here, and then use like the girls and the other stuff from these two themes to like fill it out. And then of course use some of these boxes because they're just so cute. Okay, so next up, I think what would make sense is, it's in here somewhere, the short little washi strips. Use a bunch of them for a strip here because they're really nice and tiny. We used pink and yellow here. Let's get some with blue in it. And then the back side will have to be something else. Now, these are pretty tiny. So I think whatever we do will be pretty easy for the back side of it. But I just want to flip it over for a minute and see, like, where the bumps are, kind of. I think it might be easier. These bump out a little bit more on this side. I think it might be easier to use the side that's less bumpy, just because it'll be easier to fit the Dutch doors in. Okay. Move it over a little bit, see if we can do that. That'll do. And I'm just gonna go all the way down, kind of following this line. It does need to move over just a little bit though. Okay. We're gonna move them both over just there. And try to keep going straight up again. Too far now. Okay. Oh my gosh. That looks good. Why can I not do this? Okay. That'll do. And we do need like one more bit, unfortunately, from another one. Okay, so I'm really happy with where this one is. Should I rotate it just a tiny bit? Because this does just stick out a little bit more. So yes, we are just going to do that, make that executive decision. That is okay. And we will have to make a little scene on the other side of these in a little bit as well. All right, so we're going to use my gyro cut. As always, you do not need to use a gyro cut. I like it because it has that 360 rotating blade. I use the Pro model. They have other models as well. You can also use scissors. That'll take a little longer and a little more pressure on your wrist. You can use an X-Acto knife or other cutting tool. And I'm sure there are other brands that have rotating blades. I just haven't tried them. This is what I'm comfortable with. Okay, since we had blue on that side, what if we grab like a pink one? Or this one's got like the blue, yellow, and pink. I like that. Okay, and try to fit it in somehow a little bit. Hold it in a way that I can see. You're probably seeing my head right now. That's okay. Sometimes it's hard to see the straight down stuff. Okay, so as I'm doing this, there's a little bit of the clear sticker hanging over, so we're going to trim that, but it's not getting any of the design over the edge. So we're not going to lose anything. It's just trying to get it as close as possible so that we're not having anything sitting too far away from the edge. But I also don't want to lose any design. Okay. There we go. So we will trim a couple of things. Now, easiest way to trim this, probably with the sticky mat so that the sticker can stick to the sticky mat. And I can just do that and that. I think those are really the only two that mattered. Tiny one right there too. Okay, there we go. Super fun. Now I'd love a slightly bigger Dutch door. I tend to like bigger Dutch doors at the back and smaller ones at the front. I don't know. It just looks fun to my eye, I guess. So I think, let's see, we did the wavy with the floral. We did just kind of like the seashells. And now what if we do the coral? And this actually works really well because these are symmetrical stickers. So if I use one of each of these, it'll be all ready to go. And these are great because they match like some of the stuff that's in here. So it pulls it all together. So I'm going to take the two bigger ones first and just put them like there and then fill it in. I'm going to turn this one upside down like it's extending from that. And then grab this one, and then which one? I think I want this one so it goes out a little more. And I think that's all we need right there. Let's trim it up and then take a look. All right. You may be able to hear my kids. They're all the way upstairs, but I hear them from here. Comes with the territory. All right. So we're going to find the opposite stickers. I love that these ones are symmetrical and just ready to go. Okay, this one was the one with pink on top. How did I put that? Pink on. I'm just gonna do it. Wait, pick up this one and try this. Trying to figure it out. Okay, that'll do, and we will, I think I put this at a slightly different angle. We'll put a little something in there. We have stuff. All right, but grab this pink one to go down like that. And then this goes right there. Okay, we have this one, which I'm gonna rotate until I can make it fit. That'll do. This angle for that one. Okay, so one little tiny thing to fill. And yeah, there's a tiny bit hanging over the edge right there too. Okay, so right in here, just like we did on the other side with like kind of extending the coral, we're gonna extend this coral just like that to fill that gap. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got this, and we need to bring in more of these designs. So I think we might put a girl into the Dutch doors, and I'm going to choose her because the surfboard is pointing out. So that'll be a really cool effect. And we want to make sure we can see her. Oh no, I just smooshed her. We want to make sure we can see her face. When I'm putting girls down in the Dutch door, my main thing is I always want to try to see their face and not cover the face up. So that'll do. And we can do some other things. We have 2 of each of these stickers as well, just so you know. But not all of them are symmetrical, again, but they do pretty well overall. So we grab this little swimsuit set, and we're just going to put it this. Would it look weird being sideways? It might look weird being sideways. Okay, putting it back down for a minute, thinking through this. Okay, this one will not look weird being sideways and actually goes well with the teal of the swimsuit, and it's sticking out this way a little bit. I would like to get some clothes or something in here, but those ones are going to be a little bit harder to get as Dutch door pieces. So I think we're going for some of the more symmetrical items now, and then we'll put in some of the clothes things elsewhere. Okay, we're going to go up like this. We'll grab the shells. We'll fill something there so it doesn't look so weird going like that when we turn the page. But just getting all this stuff down. So we have our Dutch door right here to fill. Let's put in a blue ice cream so that we have a little more blue right up there. I think that does the trick. And that's the last Dutch door we're gonna do. I always trim, or I try to remember to trim these little pieces first. I know it seems counterintuitive because you know exactly where the sticker is that way, but I find sometimes like things get a little more stuck, or I accidentally snag the sticker and then rip the sticker while I'm doing this process. So I just get rid of any extra bits. The only time I wouldn't do that is if I am measuring the next Dutch door with washi strips hanging out over, and then I might not do that. That's especially helpful if you're going from the back to the front. We went from the front to the back this time. Oh, that's looking so cool. Okay, so we're gonna get this girl and put her here. And then we had some scuba gear, and this is not going to be perfectly symmetrical, so what I'm gonna do, they're not touching, it's very easy. We're just gonna trim it and put the flippers up here because that's where it fits the best, and then we're gonna see about the snorkel and see if we can get that in, because we could put it this way. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, I've got sticker scraps all over me. I need to clean up the scissors. All right, next, using this, and this is another kind of gamble because we can't flip it perfectly. And this one's gonna be harder to trim, but we're gonna do it. Look, so we have a circle, and then we have these. It's a circle, so these should fit anywhere on the circle if we cut it well. So we're gonna try. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get rid of excess white over here and over here as we do this. Okay, so that's gonna go over this whenever we get this in. So I'm just gonna put this here. And then, okay, so this was a good idea, except these haven't been flipped. So I'm gonna pick this up actually and do it the other way. Okay. do I want it? Okay, quick trimming again. I need to get this as close to the edge as possible on this one. I can't trim these as easily because one of these is going to be missing a whole corner of it, and that's kind of a problem. So I'm trying to get this one right up to this edge where the circle was. That way this doesn't have as much missing. It's still going to have a little missing. And then we're going to put this back in. I guess we didn't need to remove that one, but that's okay. This, we are going to fill that. Give me a second. We're going to finish the rest of it to make sure we don't use something that we need. Like that little martini glass has to go there. These shells have to go here. And the floral is going to go up there. And again, let's grab an ice cream, this time the pink one, and put it like that. Okay, so this is obviously a little problem, but we have solutions because we have little shells. So I'm just going to put the little shell in right there. And just like before, trim a little bit over the stuff that is being covered up. Then do we have a tiny little something? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. These are tiny little pieces of this one. And I'm going to cut them out. We have a sea star and we have a clam. So sea star can go there. Little tiny clam can go here. And again, we need to just trim the little bits that are going over the other image. Oh, that looks so fun. Okay, a little bit of trimming to do, and then all our Dutch doors are done. We have to finish our window scene, which will include a girl or a beach or something. Okay, so we have the brighter one over here. We could also just ignore the bright pinks and do some of the other stuff because I think the darker blue would look good. The sand, of course, will look good. I actually really do love this little umbrella. So we're going to use that without ripping it because that's a skinny little umbrella piece. And I'm going to put it on this side because we don't have a ton of room. Before I press it down all the way, I'm just going to check. Yeah, that'll work. Though we'll want to put something in the scene, like right here or so. So we'll figure something out for that. To the beach. Oh, I like the little to the beach sign. It has a little pink flower, but I'm okay with that. It's just a little tiny piece. I know it says to beach. That's cute. Okay, we need something here. Let me just look at this sticker book real quick. Could do that. I like the blue on this one because we have the darker blue in these pieces. So I think it just pulls everything together a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, that'll work perfectly. And those colors work really well together too. Okay, now, before we put down boxes and finish it up, we need to decorate the edges. And I think, so in the past, I have loved the little collages that go like this, and then you have the straight line going down. I'm wondering if we use the blue wavies to do another wavy here and then make a collage. It won't be a collage like this using box stickers, but it'll be a collage of other stuff. I think that would look really cool because I just love this wavy grid, or wavy lined washi tape. I just think it looks so cute. If I can pick one up. This one is wanting to rip, but I think we got it. We'll need to add a little bit more on so we can put it all the way, get it all the way down to the bottom. But if we start there, go like that. And we just need like literally a tiny bit. I'm just gonna rip it like that and try to line it up. Cool. Okay. Alright, so that is a little bit at an angle, which in this case I'm okay. The C is not something that is perfectly regular and all of that, and all of this is all flowing. So if this is a little bit going this way to match up with this one, like, that's fine. Okay. So we are going to bring in some box stickers, namely some of these, in a minute. But for the collage, I want only Live, Love, Posh stickers. Not the bright pinks, because we decided not to use those, so we won't be using these box stickers. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we are just going to grab things. This is a great place for our beach wear and beach accessories and water and lotion and stuff like that. I'm also going to break it up by putting seashells and florals in between them. Just want to see, is there anything like, I could use this bag. It's here already, but again, it just brings in a little of that blue, just in a very tiny quantity. And this one I didn't cut up with the swimsuit. It still has all its shells. So we're going to put that one down, I think, down here. So again, let's get some things in between. Kind of want something right there, but I don't really have anything that would fit. So what if we move this one a little bit so we can get something in there, like another shell. Okay, and then we have this bag with the fruit, but we're not really going to see the fruit because we just need to fit all of that in. Okay. All right, we're going to trim this all up, get a collage on the back going, figure out what we want to do there, and then get some boxes in. Then this spread for Noel will be done. That does look super fun though. Very beachy. These wavy tapes are perfect with the rest of it. Okay, so the question is, do we want to put wavy over here with the collage or just do other stuff? We could just, we haven't used more of these florals. What if we just do florals all the way down the side? I kind of want to do that. Like, yeah, that's gonna look fun. Okay, we have a tiny little hole that could be filled, so what I'm gonna do is just get a little leaf in there. Florals are always a really great way to fill space. Like, you can't really go wrong with them. Okay. Okay. Almost done with all these cuts. There we go. All right. Those are the Dutch doors. Oh, so fun. Okay. So next up, we're going to take our pick of boxes and things, and then we are going to put in any other layering details with the boxes. So to get started, I'm just going to grab a couple of boxes that I know I want to use, and I'm going to put them down here on the side so that I don't lose them. Okay, mainly, I know that I want to use some of these shells because they're really cool, but not all the colors. Like, we don't have that purple or that orange in this spread. We have some yellow, but not the orange. Like, you got it there, but that's not enough to really pull it in. So we're just going to grab these. The yellow, we do have that yellow in there, but I feel like we have more of the pastel yellow, so I don't really want to throw it off anymore. So we're just going to have beige and blue for those. And then these are so good too. Do I want some smaller, like skinnier boxes? I don't know. Okay, where were the other boxes that I saw? There were like the big boxes that I really liked. These. Choose Happy. This brings in that dark blue that I really liked and more of the waviness. So we're going to put that right down here. And then I don't know what day she's going to use for different days, so I don't want anything that says like weekend plans or anything like that. You can always do sticker surgery to change that up, but we're not going to do it. We are going to do Choose Happy again and put it on another page because I like the sticker and it's a slightly different color. So we're going to put it there. Okay. Then we are going to take these two stickers. And let's see. So we've got big, let's do little, and thinking about where I want this one. I think on this page, because it's the same color blue, I think that'll look really nice. Then let's just take a look. Not this one. That's the bright one. This one, do we have any boxes in this? I don't know that we do. No. Okay. No real boxes of note that we can use from that. So what we are going to do take a look at some of the other boxes, see if any colors work out okay. From this one, we can grab boxes from other places, but also, like, look, we have some blue. We might use that. This one also looks really nice and neutral. That pink will work too. Okay, so I need a couple things. So we're gonna make a sticker hand again. Okay, let's just, that'll work. Okay. Okay, so looking at where things are. This page, there's a lot happening, right? We're not going to do another big box over here. We'll come back to that in a second. We're going to use a pink one. I'll show you. Need to get rid of some of these though. Okay, down here, we are going to do a shell. And because shells aren't always straight, we're going to slant it slightly. Do that. And we're going to do the same thing up there. And another down here. And one more up here, kind of fitting in with the shape of the Dutch door. Okay. This one we're going to layer right here because this might be a one-day journaling spread. I don't know. Depends on what Noel wants. But I sometimes put things across the spine. I know. I just think it pulls things together a little bit more, whether it's decor or functional boxes. You can write across it. Don't worry, it's fine. Here, again, same thing. It's small enough. It could be a one-day spread. If she needs to, she can add a few extra boxes. But if she doesn't need to, then that's okay too. And I actually did not like the way this one was looking with this. So I am going to go for a very small dark sticker here to pull in some more of that navy blue. And the tiny ones I use for like dates or like a note about the day, like happy or stressed or, you know, things like that. So those are some ideas if you're not sure what to use. But I think that one I might leave alone. And this one I'll put over here. But again, I don't really want to put it across the shell like that. So maybe I'll go grab a pink one and do the little one. Okay, so let's take a look, see if we need any other boxes before we get maybe a few more icons. Because there are some things I like in this book that might be really nice. Okay, so we have all these, right? Some of them aren't going to work. The purple will not work, but this is all alone right now, right? So what if you did that and you had your two little shells? Look at how cute that is. I've been waiting to do that. Same thing over here. We have this little piece, but we could also put this one right there like that. And then this one, it's blue, so I'm actually going to not make it a clamshell. I'm going to give it a blue little starfish. Just figuring out the angle. Just like that. There's a little plastic bit to trim right there. But that looks pretty cute, adding the little seashells with it. Yeah. So then let's go back to all these cute stickers and we can add in a few other little decor pieces like some shoes right there. And right there could use something small. What about a pair of earrings? And then this, I almost put something there, but we've got stuff going on here. I don't think we need it. So I think we are done with our spread for Noel. All right, so let's flip through it, take a close look at everything we did. We have Live, Love, Posh stickers and Happy Planner stickers. I didn't use any of the other tapes that I pulled out, so just those things exclusively in a notebook therapy notebook. And we made a window with beach stuff, and it looks pretty fun. You know, I'm looking at this page. This one feels a little emptier than the other pages. So we're actually going to put a little something else right here. Let's take a look and figure that out. Okay. How about pineapple? That's kind of in the same color tone, but pulling it back a little bit with some of these cooler tones that we've got going on. And the makeup palette also has some of those other like red and yellow tones, but in a cooled down manner. So I think this one will look really great next to it. I'm just getting rid of the white edge because we are putting it over the seashell. So there. Okay. I think that looks a little more pulled together because it felt more like right heavy versus even between the left and the right. And yeah, I think that looks better. Okay, so here we go again. All right. There we go. And this one is a lot less busy than over here, but that's, we don't have a window and everything. This opens up more journaling space, so it is a little more functional for journaling. So this, if I was journaling in it, this would be like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 days of journaling. So that's just how it all lays out, just so you know. All right, I think we're done. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.